Today I'm going to address one of the frequently asked questions. How are you going to move your personal belongings to the Philippines? That's what we're going to talk about. Please stay with me. The question is, how are you going to send all your stuff to the Philippines? Different people have different objectives. I have my own, other people have their own. The reason I'm going to the Philippines, I'll spend some of my time or much of my time in the Philippines, but sometimes I will also be spending time with my family in the United States. That is my objective, to see the island, see more places that I was not able to see when I was still in the Philippines up until the age of 20, because I left the country at the age of 20. Now, I am not going to worry about material things. My task is to go to the Philippines and move around. So I'm not going to be staying in one place, so I need to bring my beautiful furniture, my beautiful this and that. Nope, nope, none of that material thing. So I'm not going to be sending much of what I own in the United States to the Philippines. In fact, at one time, I was thinking of sending my car to the Philippines, and I gave that up. The reason being, well, eventually I'll have to bring that back in here in the United States. I'm not going to be staying permanently in the Philippines. So, how am I going to handle that limited amount of things that I will need to send to the Philippines? Some maintenance of the condo. Eventually, I might want to buy a house, real estate. I don't know. I will look into it once I get there. But based on my thought about going there and coming back, going there and coming back, it's a lot easier to maintain a condominium. When you leave, just lock the door. You've got security and all. So I don't have to worry about a thing. It's just like staying in a hotel. So how am I going to send my limited amount of things, material things, from the United States? Well, for the past 20, 30 years, we have been sending Balikbayan boxes. First of all, 3 years ago, I inquired about a container. I can't remember the size of the container, and this was about 3 years ago, and they quoted me $10,000. Whoa, $10,000. I can buy a lot of things in the Philippines for $10,000. They may not be as good a quality as the United States material, but it's not bad. For temporary stay in the Philippines, what do I care? I'm not going to be keeping that for the next 20 or 30 years. First of all, I may be gone by that time, you know? So, and I don't have anyone in the Philippines to let them inherit this thing. So I'm not worried about those things. So what I decided to do is to get rid of all the materials that I have here, material things, and some of them, or most of them, went to my son in Connecticut, which is great. I love that, because it would have been a shame if I just threw everything away. So he took a lot of things, and then some of the remaining furnitures I will just donate. I already sold some of my more valuable things. And when I go to the Philippines, I will just use Balikbayan boxes. I have been sending Balikbayan box for the past 30 years or so, maybe more. And I did not have a single problem, single issue. Now, some people say, gee, who do you use? I use MAGCOR, MAGCOR. By the way, towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you the contact information for that shipper. I did not see them. I usually drop my box from one of their, in one of their agents located in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It's a Filipino grocery store, and they do accept Balikbayan boxes. So they're like an agent for the shipping company. So I've been dropping them off, and I have not had a single issue. Everything arrives most of the time on time. Sometimes, like during the pandemic, there was some kind of a delay, but that's understandable, and that is not within their control because they don't actually control the boat that goes to the Philippines. And by the way, this is by boat. So this is not like USPS, FedEx, DHL, where you have a guaranteed time, but in the Philippines, there is no guarantee when they will be delivered to the Philippines, to the destination in the Philippines. So, this time around, I decided to go straight to their warehouse in Metuchen, New Jersey. The reason being, I want to make sure it will be on time, it will arrive on time by the time we are in the Philippines. So I don't want them to miss the boat. So I decided to go to their office in New Jersey. And boy, oh boy, I was surprised. This is a Filipino family. It is owned and controlled by a Filipino family. So I got there. It was a little difficult to find their place because after all, you don't need a beautiful place like a mall when you're in the shipping business. So finding it is a little challenge, but not too difficult. I was able to find it, no problem. And then when I got there, I said, oh my goodness, look at all these Balikbayan boxes getting ready to be shipped out because the shipping is supposed to be, I think, Tuesday, tomorrow. Today being Monday, tomorrow the boat is supposed to leave, so they're going to pack this container with all these Balikbayan boxes. So I delivered 3 boxes. 3 boxes. Then you might ask me, how much does it cost? Two of them are going to Manila, which is $50 each, and then I think the other one is $60. So a total of $160 for 3 boxes. And by the time I get out of this country, I probably have about 10 Balikbayan. Probably that will be the most. I'm not sure. It may be about 10 Balikbayan boxes. So for 10 Balikbayan boxes at $50 per box, that's $500. $500. Can you imagine getting a container and shipping everything that you own and spend $10,000? No, not for me. For some people, sure. When you have a big family, you're young, you're going to stay there permanently, you have relatives you can leave your things to, and therefore you want to bring your good, high-quality stuff from the United States to the Philippines. I can understand that. I can understand that. But for those people who are just going to retire, you will just be staying home or moving around. This is the best way to do it. Now, the other most serious thing also is customs. When you're bringing some things, especially cars or motorcycles, a lot of people are saying, I want to bring my motorcycle. Come on, guys. Unless you want the headache, or unless you really love that motorcycle, or that is a vintage issue, don't even bother. Buy it in the Philippines. Quality may not be as good, but it runs. It runs. Anyway, what are you going to do with a Ferrari in the Philippines? Look at the road condition in the Philippines. What's the driving speed? 30 miles per hour? 40 miles per hour at most? So what are you going to use a Maserati for? So just common sense tells you better buy it in the Philippines. Now, in regard to that, Philippines is discouraging you from bringing in your car. They want you to buy it in the Philippines because they want the revenue. But forget about what Philippines wants. Let's say you decide you want to send your car. Tax is high, but that is not it. The customs agent are gonna milk you. Now, have I experienced this? No. Have I heard about it? Yes, a lot of times. By the way, I would encourage you to please put in the comment section for those people who have done this and had the bad experience or good experience. Please do share it down below, because when people are looking at this video, they will say, gee, let's see what other people have done in the past. Does it make sense to do it? Nope. Yes? Okay. Put your comments down below. You had a good experience or you had a sad experience, and explain why, what happened. And I'm sure they will be appreciating that. Now, this Magcore, like what I said, I have been using them without really knowing them, but now I know them. It is amazing. I went to their warehouse and guess what? Hey, come and join us, have lunch. we got free lunch. In fact, my wife and I were planning to go to a Filipino restaurant in the area since we drove 1.5 hours from home just to be able to bring 3 boxes to their facility. We said, oh, let's see if there are local restaurants or in the area, or Costco or Walmart, and then we're going to spend some time there. Well, guess what? We spent a lot of time at Magcore because they fed us, and it's amazing. Look at this warehouse that they have. I'm going to show it to you. This warehouse is full of boxes, okay, ready to be loaded on a container to be sent to the shipper. Now, don't get me wrong, although most of the time things arrive on time sometimes, and it's not within Magcore's control, due to weather or the condition like the pandemic. And I understand the boat also goes a little bit slower so they don't consume too much gas since the cost of gas is way up. So, but given those factors, I can understand why it may take them a little longer nowadays compared to before. But before, everything was on time. Everything is okay. No problem. So I really would recommend Magcore. Highly recommended. You can contact Cynthia, is the daughter of the owner. The previous owner passed away. Her dad passed away. And now it's her mother, Cynthia, the daughter, and a brother who's managing this process. And it's really good. They really have excellent service. I really love it. So I'm going to show you the address at the end of this video, and feel free to contact them. And do mention my name, that you heard it from Vlogger Grandpa. I'm sure they will take care of you. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I'll appreciate it if you share this with other people. And please do subscribe to my channel unless you have already done so. Okay, God bless and make it a great day.